Hi folks, how you doing? So, sit down and get ready for a new moon in Pisces reading. So, happy new moon whenever you watch this, be it just before, be it during, or be it afterwards. I've already got 4 cards in front of me which I'm going to share with you. The energies of this week have been so interesting on so many levels, and there's been so many opportunities this week to sink low, to then rise back up. There's a deepness within the energies this week. There's been a lot of exposure going on. There's been a lot of illusion going on. There's been a lot of uncertainty going on. There's been a lot of emotional release going on. There's been a lot of confusion going on. There's been a lot of enlightenment going on. And there's been a lot of loose ends getting tied up and things making sense of. And being released of things that maybe we thought we were enjoying. Crutches as well, released from crutches. Now crutches, not just the ones that we have when we've got a broken leg, but emotional crutches, societal crutches. And we're going to be shown more and more why we need to step away from those crutches, if that makes sense. But these can also be mindsets that we've been working with, ways of being, ways of living. You may have, for example, every time you go on holiday, maybe you want to stay in a 5-star hotel and you've been doing that for some time. Then all of a sudden you're like, actually, the shine's dropped off this. Yes, it's all expensive furniture and expensive cuisine, but I'm craving a cabin in the woods. I'm craving a tent. I'm craving a B&B at the front of the coast in Yorkshire. I'm craving a Airbnb in Cornwall. I'm craving something different, and take that away from that analogy into other aspects of your life. But there's also this the word celebration. There's also a celebration as well for things that you maybe thought, you've seen, you felt, that all of a sudden are starting to become clearer. And it's like, I was right, I knew that, I was right. And that's coming up as well. There's also as well at the same time lots of examples of true colours being shown. But how I want to look at the true colours is not a case of told you they were a wrong one, I told you. It's I told you they were going to be a master teacher. I knew that the role that they were playing was actually for something much higher than what we were told, but also we try and find a better way to deal with it. There are many people in the world. We all have a role at the minute. Everyone has a role, but there are many big players on the stage that may appear to have low roles of the baddies, but in actual fact, there's different layers there. There's different portals, avenues of which you can go into. And it's almost like, well, I was putting some cards on my desk, and the first card that actually dropped out of the deck was magic. And I was like, I was going to put it back in. And even that's a message in itself, the fact that so many people at the minute don't want to look at the magic of life. We've lost our sparkle. We've lost our magic. We've lost the ability to alchemize. And what I'm talking about here is being able to see all of the darkness, not going into it as la 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 la, but sometimes that can actually be a coping mechanism. Sometimes you actually switch off from seeing something because it's too painful. And maybe your higher self thinks you're ready for it, but you at the physical goes, I can't deal with that. So when we go into that energy of la 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 la, don't judge yourself, but if you see somebody else doing it, don't mock them. You know, wake up, that kind of thing. That's rude. It's disrespectful. It's not awakening. It's not enlightenment. Telling somebody to wake up, people, stop being a sheep, is actually, if you believe in labels like light worker, then that is not the action of the light worker. It's just not that. It's just not. It's something totally different. It's ego talking, because, you know, people have coping mechanisms, and sometimes you'll say to someone, wake up, because you think they're asleep to something, but they could be awakened up to something that you're not awakened to, because everyone is interchanging. So being able to understand the magic of that, and being able to allow everyone to have their moments, and allow yourself to have your moments as well, but allow magic into how we view everything. Let's read the spiel at the bottom. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. So being able to move beyond the drama, be able to see it, observe it, but not stay stuck there. Like a stuck record. You used to play LPs and the record used to stuck, and it used to make that really annoying sound. I don't know what it was. Anyway, it was a stuck sound. We can sometimes land there, and in actual fact, there's a reason. Well, there's many reasons for that. It can actually be the fact that the person can go into shock. People do this with their own personal traumas. They can keep talking about them, keep talking about them, keep talking about them, because they're still having to make sense. It's a great indication that actually, if you're talking about something all of the time, that you've not healed it. And that can be internal stuff, your own personal stuff, but it can also be global stories where it's on like a stuck record energy, like a looping energy, because you've not healed it, you've not been able to move beyond it. And again, we can all be there at different times. But being able to see magic, a new way and a new form of magic that's coming back on grid as well. Not just the old magic, because the thing is, when you say magic to some people, they think spells and hexes and dark rituals and all of that kind of stuff, which does exist, but this is a different type of magic. It's a different type of magic to even light magic. It's being able to be it all, and it's being able to see it all and understand it all from a higher perspective. And it does feel like these new magic droplets that probably do look like that, these new magic droplets that are coming down onto Earth, it's, you know, people, so I'm getting the vision of some people treat them like a fly. Get out of it, you know, get out of it, or a wasp, whack it away. Sometimes as humans, we struggle with light. We can struggle with someone saying, I love you, or I've read quite fancy you, I want to take you on a date, and all of a sudden, all that old insecurity can come up. All the other narratives, all the other times that you've had your heart broken. So being able to integrate magic, the card of integration. So looking after our vessels up to this, well, we should be looking after them all the time. You may also find that there's issues coming up around eating and how much you can eat, and maybe getting real big hunger pangs and, oh God, I could eat loads. And then you sit down, it's like, because of these new frequencies. Drink plenty of water, light foods, watching what we're watching as well, watching where our mindset goes, being present, being in the moment, being aware of it all but not sinking into it all. Does that make sense? Being aware of it all but not sinking into it all. And that's not knowing all the details of everything that's going on in the world. That's not that. That, I think, can actually mean the opposite. When we know all the intricacies of the latest news item, we know all the different layers, that can cause its own issues, because sometimes you can know too much. But being aware of it and just not getting involved in it, just observing it, and with our own stuff, being aware of our own traumas, being able to imagine your trauma in front of you like a ball. What is it showing you? What is it telling you? It's time to release it. It's time to release it. And the thing is, the only person that can release it is you. A therapist can't, a healer can't. You can have as many healing sessions as you want, as many therapy sessions as you want, but if you're not willing to release it yourself, then it's a waste of time. So, balls of trauma coming up, and even stuff that we've not realised coming up to be reassessed and re-released, because some of this stuff's been released in the past, but not fully. Parts of traumas have been released, but there's still parts of traumas that we've held on to. I then pulled 2 other cards because I wanted to sit with the energy before I came on. And I got the Hermit and Judgment. So I got the Hermit card and Judgment. And I was like, wowzers. As the world and as we go through more exposure of our internal stuff, our external stuff, the global stuff, there is this need for stillness, emotional intelligence, sacredness, balance, and peace and quiet and stillness, and a little bit of blanket forting now and again, but don't stay stuck under the blanket fort. This exposure energy that we're seeing at the minute is actually, and the tiredness that can come with it as well, even if you're not really watching it, it can make you really tired. And crave, I don't know about you, but I'm really craving nice stuff at the minute. Peacefulness, nice books, nice podcasts, nice music, peace and quiet, nice flowers, nice crystals, nice food, nice chilled water. I'm really craving the nice stuff, because your body knows and your soul knows, that we're going through something huge at the minute, and it's telling you, whilst there's darkness being released, how to transmute that and keep yourself balanced is absorb as much light as you can. And you can do this with gentle meditation, realistic meditation. You can meditate while washing up. You can meditate while you're sat in the car waiting for your child, just sitting in silence. The other day I couldn't meditate for some reason. I don't know. I associate meditation with having the phone on and an alarm. And for some reason I was in a different room or whatever. I think my phone was uploading. And I was like, oh, I can't meditate. And my guide was like, and I was like, what? Birds in the garden, listen to it. Okay. And I just sat there. And I wasn't, you don't have to be, honestly. You don't, you just sit there and you just listen. And you just listen to the bird song. Listen to the ticking clock. Listen to the silence. Then I put my makeup on. Then I listened again. But even whilst putting my makeup on, I was still listening. You know, giving yourself a little facial can be a form of meditation. When we put ourselves under too much pressure to be, it's fakery. It's fakery. And people can get, not everyone can do that kind of stuff. Sometimes just sat down and just being still. Baking can be a form of meditation. Reading can be a form of meditation. Listening to a piece of classical music can be a form of meditation. Cooking a casserole can be a form of meditation. Ironing can be a form of meditation. Folding clothes. Cleaning is a great form of meditation. Doing washing clothes can be a form of meditation. There's all kinds of things. So finding meditative moments, mindful moments throughout your day is a great thing to do whilst we're going through all of these shifts, and not allowing it to overwhelm you. Does that make sense? Of course it makes sense. Not allowing it, because I am seeing that energy, and sometimes I can get like that as well, where it can get too much. Also as well, step out of the energy of thinking you can control the narrative or that you're here to heal humanity, because the minute you step into that energy of I'm here to help humanity ascend, we're stepping into ego, we're stepping into narcissism, we're stepping into all kinds of toxicity. We're here to heal and evolve ourselves. We're not here to save someone. We're not here to show the way. We're here to just be. And the thing is, just you being a good, decent person is enough to send the frequency out to bring about change, because a lot of people are becoming exhausted because they feel as though they're here to change something. They're here to wake somebody up. They're here to enlighten somebody. And it becomes exhausting, and it leads us into arrogance, ignorance and ego. And it can take us well out of alignment and balance. And it can take you also away from your own waking up process, which isn't just one thing, you're awakened and that's it. It can be a really bumpy process. It's a daily process. It's a many lifetimes process. Even guides are still going through awakening processes and healing processes. So it never stops. There's always something else to learn. There's always something else to see, to grasp. When we get into the narrative that that's it, I'm awakened, game over. Because actually there's so much more to work through. There's so much more to explore, different levels, different avenues, different complexities in all of it. So let's pull some cards for new moon in Pisces. For those watching, new moon in Pisces for those watching. Two of Cups coming together. Yay! Coming together with each other. Coming together with yourself. Eight of Wands. Blocks that have been in between relationships and friendships are now going to start to release. But I've also got the feeling that you've got to be ready to jump those hurdles, because there's still some hurdles to be jumped. But can you jump those hurdles? It's almost like being able to make peace with all aspects of it. The relationship, the friendship. And this isn't just love relationships. It can be family, friends, work. It's the divine in me sees the divine in you. But it's also about the relationship with yourself. And how you view the world. Also as well, new people finding new people. That's interesting. New people finding new people. Healed people, or people that have been on their healing journey and done a lot of shedding, being able to find new people. New as in being people that have rebirthed themselves. So, and this can also be, again, relationships with yourself. Yeah, I like this. I do like this energy for this new moon. Then we get the Three of Swords coming in. Hopelessness, despair. It's time, yeah, look at it. It's time to take that t-shirt off. No matter what he's done, she's done, they've done. You're being asked by Spirit to take the victim t-shirt off. We're being asked by Spirit to take this victim t-shirt off. To take the old stories off, the old narrative. I also feel as well that many people are here. They've been on the healing journey for some time and they're feeling quite balanced with it. They have the good days, they have the bad days, but then there's this here. So this is a new wave of people that are starting their healing journey, or maybe not even started it yet, they're on the brink of it. So we've got these two, which feels like life at the minute. You could be talking to experiencing this, and then the next minute it's this. You can be watching a video that uplifts you, or watching a podcast that uplifts you. You put something on social media and it's just doom, gloom and all of this stuff, drama. So it's almost like these are the two extremes at the minute. We've got this, sacredness, but then we've also got this, the Three of Swords, in great pain. So that's interesting as well. We've also got the Hermit. Ooh. Right, we've got the Hermit, we've got the Hermit, we've got the Empress, because I was thinking in my head, shall I pull a card on what's between the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups? What's the bridge that we need to cross to get to it? And for some reason, I swear to you, when I shuffled, that card was not at the bottom of the deck, but it is there now. It's the Empress, which is the birther and the world, the ending of the old, the beginning of the new, the shedding of the layers. the shedding of the old you to make way for the new you. That's really powerful. It's really powerful. The Fool, which is taking the leap of faith. And having to have boundaries when that's happening. Because, and one of you mentioned it on, I think it was CT's Royal Tarot, which is my role channel. We've been making sense of some of the energies this week that have been going on within the royal family. If you're interested, that I don't mean being a fan of the royal family. What I mean is, if you're interested in how the role dynamics are shifting and changing during this time, please do follow me on CT's Royal Tarot, because that's where all the royal content is now. This is for spirituality and healing. I mean, that we bring it in on there as well. But anyway, and there's also the Thackeray's, which is book talk, book vlogs, travel vlogs, bookish stuff, nice stuff, wholesome stuff, because I think you need it all. Anyway, having boundaries, because the truth is as well, when you're shining bright, people don't like it. It triggers. It is true when people say when you shine bright, you trigger their diamonds. Diamonds? Oh. When you shine bright, you trigger their diamonds. I was going to say demons. What did I mean by that? When you shine bright, you trigger their diamonds. Oh, there's something in that. I'm trying to think of how a diamond works. It reflects. Oh, this comes on to another story that I've got. The demon, this isn't the story, it's another story, I've got it all tiny, you'll know when I say it. The demon reflecting their stuff onto you. Hereby hangs a tale. I listen to podcasts at the minute, as you know, and I was listening to a bookish one, yesterday it was, and they were interviewing an author. It's Rock, Paper, Swords, the podcast, and they were interviewing an author, and he was talking about, he'd written this book, and he started to get emails from female readers that there was a scene in his book, or scenes, that were really toxic and abusive to women. And violent as well. And he was like, really? So obviously he contacted them, publishers contacted them, because it was like, what chapter, paragraph, page is this on, so we can have a look at it. And the ones that got back either couldn't tell him, or when they did, and they thought it was chapter whatever, they went back, he went back, the author, the publishers looked, everybody looked, and they got the opinion of women in to have a look and say, is this a male thing that we're not seeing it? And it wasn't there. And it kind of disturbed this author, and he was like, what the hell's just happened? Why is my book being accused of being violent when it wasn't? And basically, I don't know if he spoke to a psychologist or whatever, but someone that was into how people react to other people said, what is happening at the minute is, and I've had an experience of this, I've had many experiences of this, where somebody will read your book, watch your video, have an interaction with you, and they will think you're aggressive or angry or dark because it's their trauma that they're looking through. And he explained it much better than that. And I was like, oh my God. That explains some, because I'll sometimes get a comment and I'll be like, have I really said that? Have I really done that? God. And I'll go and I'll look at the video and I'll be like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Watch it again. No, I didn't. And the same video will get hundreds more comments going, love that video, so enlightening. Love that video, so enlightening. So this can happen a lot. And again, it's down to our discernment and the demons that can trigger us into thinking that people are against us and that the world's a dark, crazy place. So there is a lot going on with this new moon, and having to protect yourself. Not, I hate that energy of, something's going to happen to me. It's not that. It's knowing your self-worth and knowing that when someone comes for you and has a pop, what it's really all about, and trying not to join in with it. It's so hard when someone's like, having a right old go at you, but actually try not to join in with it. I mean, if you look at that card, all the wands are facing in at her. She's not got her wands facing back. She's got them up as protection. So yeah, interesting. And the Queen of Pentacles, seeding the new. Oh, that's not the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, it's the Queen of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, the three queens. The three queens are three aspects of the Divine Feminine. And the Divine Feminine is in females and males. Being at peace with all aspects. Being at peace with other people in your life. Old soul contracts that have been running for some time, suddenly being cleared. Old soul contracts that you've been looping for some time with, suddenly it just lifts. We don't know how it does, it doesn't make sense, it just shifts, it changes. And all of a sudden, two people where there was a lot of angst, they may not become best friends, but that starts to diminish and go. Making peace with all aspects of yourself. Being able to seed new ideas, being able to think about your new ideas, being able to put your new ideas into practice as well to push them forward. And the Page of Cups, the offering that comes in. Also as well at this time, older people, the elderly, or just the patriarchal energy, which can be within a 20-year-old can hold the patriarchal energy. There's something coming with that as well, and it's already bubbling, which is why we're seeing so many people on the world stage that embody the patriarchal energy coming under the spotlight in a huge way. Because the world has run in a particular way since forever. And many people that really embody the old ways, the old traumas, the old stories, the old patriarchal energies, whatever you want to view it all, because there's all kinds of different fragments of it. There's a softening coming with that as well. And also people that are elderly, to step out of that, I'm elderly energy, to step into actually I have a valued place on this planet. I have a valuable place on the planet. I have an importance here. To not think that just because you're grey, you've got wrinkles and your body is not as supple as it was, that you've not got nothing to bring to the table. We actually need more of our elders to step up at this time. We need a lot of elders to start stepping up again. We need more of them to start stepping up. We need people to step away from this energy and to step into their empowerment and sovereignty and their gentleness. There's a lot of children at the minute. When I say children, I mean adult children, so 50s, 60s, 70s, that are looking after parents or dealing with parents that are in the elderly years, and it's a struggle because it's almost like they've lost their way. Even though some of these people were really good people, somehow through trauma, age and illness, they've lost their way. But it feels like this new moon brings the opportunity in for something new, which again can only be celebrated. So let's do a shuffle of the activation. So that deck was The Unfolding Path by Athene Noctua. All my decks are in the description box below. And this one is Sacred Geometry Activations by Lon. So let's pull a card from this deck. Root chakra. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. Our place in the miracle, the magic and the miracle. Let's write that down. The magic and the miracle. Believe in magic and let the miracle happen. The magic and the miracle. Where's my cards? The magic and the miracle. The root chakra coming in. Integration. See how it is? Root chakra, grounding, the childhood, the inner child, releasing all of that stuff. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. So your place, like I said about the elderly, knowing your place in the world as well, integration in these new energies, stepping away from I'm not good enough, I'm not valuable enough, I'm not this enough, into I am enough. You know, the magic and the miracle for this new moon in Pisces. Those that believe in magic will find it. Those that believe in darkness, and the truth is magic and darkness exist, but if you obsess about darkness, you will see it everywhere. But if you believe in magic, you will also see that everywhere as well, because the truth is it all is everywhere. So I was surprised this hadn't come in, the throat chakra, because I'm feeling it in my throat chakra at the minute. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. We've been talking about self-expression, we've been talking about peace and balance as well. So throat chakra upgrades, sore throats, irritated throats, maybe even getting into an argument with someone. Lots of swallowing, lots of all of that, settling the throat chakra. Because there's way too much talking at the minute, way too much chatter. And a lot of talking. Talking's important, but a lot of it's mindless, the mindless chatter. Struggling to listen to mindless chatter at the minute. But there's also aspects of us that are having to get rid of mindless chatter. You know, sometimes people just talk mindless chatter, don't they? You know what I mean? And it can be really grating. We can all do that. Somebody can be listening to this video now and think it's mindless chatter. Yeah. And I've just opened the deck at empowerment as well. So, thank you for watching. Please do like, comment and subscribe for more content. Again, CT's Raw Tarot. I'm doing a lot of good raw stuff over there at the minute. Making sense of what's coming, what's here, what's been in relation to awakening and ascension. The Thackeray's, which is my other YouTube channels. There's 3 YouTube channels. I've got my Instagram in the comment section, my TikTok, Instagram and TikTok I do daily videos on. My website, yes, I do sessions that are all via Zoom. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. See you later. All the cards and stuff that I use are all in the description, the pinned comment. Next group healing is the 9th and 10th of April, which is a sacral chakra, clearing out that old, dense sexual energy of past interrelations between you and your past partners, clearing all that out. Again, the video with more details is below in the comments, the pinned comment and the description box. Thanks for watching. Love to all. Bye for now. Take care. Bye.